Hello everyone, I am back once again with another Wi-Fi match. This time it's going to be for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And the reason for that is because, like with the Sword and Shield matches, I also have a small batch of matches here from a draft league that I did for BDSP. It's called the BDSP League, hilariously enough. It's a league that was actually created recently by a guy named Icy Dude, who is somebody that I actually battled a while ago. They invited me last year around August if I wanted to participate, and I said sure, obviously. Although the match, the league did take a while to materialize, so in fact it materialized this year, which is kind of insane. But props to him for actually keeping his word, because I actually was starting to think that it was never going to happen after all. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, this is going to be my week 1 match, and my opponent for it is going to be WMAR. And the teams are as follows. So my opponent has a freaking Nidoking, a Mew, a Ninetales, a Victory Bell, a Granbull, and a Scizor. So his team, just like most draft league opponents, are always scary. And my draft, unfortunately, even though Heatran and Garchomp are on it, let me be honest with you right now, it is not a good draft at all. And you're going to see why in this match, as well as the ones that follow. So here goes nothing. My opponent is going to lead off with the Mew, and I am going to lead off with Garchomp here, because Garchomp actually hits a lot of this team really hard. So yeah, because of that, he does lead off with the Mew, so I was kind of thinking, you know, he might want to just set up the rocks. He might want to try to scare me with the Ice Beam. So I kind of try to risk it here and go for the Sword Stance right away. And yeah, I was just hoping he'd go for the Stealth Rocks. Unfortunately for me, he does go for the Ice Beam. I do have a Yachi Berry for it though. So here, what I wanted to do was actually try to go for the Crunch right here afterwards. In retrospect, I'm not sure if I should have maybe gone for the Earthquake instead. But I just went for the Crunch anyway, because Crunch is super effective on Mew, and at +2 I wanted to believe it could take it out. Unfortunately, because it's not Stab, it actually does not enough to take out Mew, and as a result, this Garchomp just goes down, which is unfortunate because this Mon was probably critical for the majority of this guy's team. So not having this is now going to be pretty bad for me. So here, I'm just going to make the tough decision of just sending out Heatran here, even though I am afraid of this thing having like Earth Power or Earthquake or something like that. Although I'm not sure if he can get Earth Power on, precisely, but either way, here I decided to just go for the rocks, because I actually wanted to at least have those up, so that every time this guy switches out, he gets punished for it. He unfortunately does go for the Earthquake, and I don't think I go down to it. So this allows me to at least go for one more attack before this thing either survives and takes me out, or, you know, I just take it out entirely. So what I'm going to do here now is just go for the Flash Cannon. I should have probably gone for the Lava Plume, but Flash Cannon is better, I think, since it hits a lot of his team really hard. Lava Plume is resisted by Ninetales, but I don't know. I think the chances of getting that Spadef drop was kind of what I was going for here. So yeah, I go for the Flash Cannon here, and I do take out the Mew, so that's actually pretty good. Unfortunately for me, he does have the Nidoqueen though, and that's most likely to come out. There is a chance I could outspeed the Nidoqueen, but I don't remember if this Heatran was even invested in speed, like max speed. It might have been invested in bulk, especially with how I took that freaking Earthquake pretty well. Because Heatran is quite weak to ground moves, so usually they one-shot. Especially considering Heatran's physical defense, I don't think it's exactly the greatest. I could be wrong on that though. In fact, I think it's like 106 for each of the defense stats, but I don't remember. Either way, I went for the Earth Power, and unfortunately for me, this guy actually had a Shuka Berry, and he retaliates with his own Earth Power, which I guess is whatever, because this thing was going to go down regardless. Needless crit, Heatran goes down, and yeah, now I lost 2 Mons now, and they're basically the 2 Mons that I mentioned were supposed to be like the best Mons on my draft. They're both already gone. So like, it kind of just makes me wonder, are they even that good to begin with? Whatever. Either way, I go for the Slowbro now, and I try to go for the Trick Room here because I don't know what else could I really do against this guy's team. And he does go for the Thunderbolt because of course he has coverage for literally everything on my team. This is why I'm telling you that my draft really just sucks this time around, because everybody seems to have coverage for all of my mons, and there's like very little I can do. I can't even seem to take the hits very well either. Everything either gets one shot or two shotted, and it's next levels of insanity. Either way, I go for the Psychic here and take out the Nidoking, thankfully. This Slowbro is Life Orb because I kind of need this to be offensive while Trick Room is up, because unfortunately a lot of my team is relatively slow compared to this guy's team, so yeah. Right now my opponent is contemplating what he wants to send out now. I'm personally hoping it's nothing too bad, although I think he does end up sending in the Victory Bell here. Oh no, it's actually the Ninetales. Okay, so the Ninetales here is kind of interesting because, yeah, this is the regular Ninetales, so it's gonna be a Fire type this time as opposed to a Ice type, and it's gonna have the Drought up, which means that yeah, water moves get nerfed, but I don't have water type moves anyway. But the problem is that my Slowbro is weakened, and if this thing just goes for the Solar Beam, I could be in a bit of a predicament. A very bad one in that. So here, I was kind of like left in a situation wondering what should I do. I can't switch in Vileplume because that's going to just get flamethrowered. Vaporeon can take a Solar Beam, but like the question was, did I want to actually take it? They actually end up double switching and going into Scissor right here. And I think here I just go for a I forgot what I go for. It was a Psychic, okay. The Scissor takes rocks, by the way. Rocks damage for switching out. That's why I wanted the rocks up, so that way I can actually punish him for switching. Now here I had to switch out the Slowbro because I am getting weakened and I didn't want this Scissor to take me out with a Bullet Punch, so I think I decided to send in the Vaporeon here on the off chance he does go for the Bullet Punch. It is resisted. And I wanted to believe I could take the U-turn as well if he chooses to go for that. So here comes Vaporeon. And I think here, after he goes for this Bullet Punch, I believe I try to go for the Wish here. Because it's kind of important right now that I have some healing methods ready, because otherwise this guy's just going to run house on my team. So yeah, I do go for the Wish right here. I believe my opponent is just going to roost himself, so that's a little annoying. I could try to go for the Scald afterwards, but thing is that right now the sun is up, so the water moves would be nerfed. And that is a bit annoying. I do get some HP back with the leftovers though, so it's as if nothing happened. My Trick Room is done though, so I think here, obviously, I was thinking of switching out, but I kind of couldn't see myself switching out into anything because Scissor can hit me real hard with U-turn, and if I send in the Puff, it becomes Bullet Punch fodder or something. So here I just go for the Baton Pass, because I thought I'd be slower than the Scissor, but I guess not. I turned out to be faster than the Scissor, which is kind of insane. So because of that, now I'm just like kind of wondering what I could do now. So because of that, I think here is where I make the tough decision of actually sending in Wigglytuff. And the reason for that was because I was kind of anticipating a U-turn right here. So here he's gonna annoyingly enough go for the Swords Dance, which is something I was hoping he wouldn't go for, but Crab Sling he did. So here, thankfully, I do have the Flamethrower, and I do have the Babiri Berry specifically to take a Bullet Punch from this thing. Question was if I would be able to though, because Wigglytuff is not exactly known for its defense, and I actually, surprisingly enough, take it extraordinarily well, considering it was at +2 and Bullet Punch is stab on Scissor and it was Technician boosted. Unless it wasn't Technician ability? I don't know. But regardless, I lived it, and the sun is gone now, but of course, he could just bring back the Ninetales and just, you know, make that come back again. What he's going to do instead is actually send in the Victory Bell, because Victory Bell is a poison type and most likely does have the Sludge Bomb. So Sludge Bomb will kind of just do a number on my Wigglytuff, if not just take it out completely. So here, once again, tough decision. Do I stay in or do I switch out? I think I'm not in position to switch out either way, because not a whole lot of my team appreciates this Victory Bell. I could try to send in Vileplume, but I don't know. Like, I'm kind of afraid that this thing would have like sunny day. So, and then just go for like the weather ball or something. So because of that, I just stayed in. And yeah, unfortunately, he just went for the raw sludge bomb, and I lost Wigglytuff because of that. His victory bell is life orb, which is good to know. But this is also scary because if he gets the sun up, that thing gets to just kind of like hit a lot of stuff on my team real hard. And that's kind of not what I want. Because the sun is not up right now, and you know, it doesn't seem like this guy has weather ball or anything like that. I decided to go into the Slowbro right here, because what I wanted to do was just send it in and then switch out into Victory Bell. Kind of bait him into going for a grass move. And if he has the weather ball, if he could go for that too, just to reveal it. But yeah, here, I think he just goes for a Giga Drain here. Yeah, he goes for the Giga Drain here. So the bait did work out here. So now I think here is where I try to go for, I believe, a Sludge Bomb myself, just to damage this thing as much as possible. He is withering himself down a little bit with the Life Orb, so that's actually good for me. Here I'm actually going to try to go for the Sludge Bomb just to get some damage on this Victory Bell. If he switches it out, then that means free damage for me. And not to mention the rocks. So I'm hoping that this guy actually like does what I hope he does, because if not, then rip me. He is thinking, because even he knows that I can actually like outplay him here if he chooses to do something funny. He is gonna switch out the Victory Bell. He's gonna go into Miffed because he is a bit miffed that I'm even outplaying him for this part of the match. He goes into the Gramble, which again is pretty good for me because again I'm just going for the Sludge Bomb. I kind of don't know why he decided to send this in, because this thing actually just gets to go down like nothing. So because of this play here, I kind of thought that I actually won this match, but you're gonna see that something very dumb just happens here actually. So he's gonna bring in the Ninetales, and I was thinking, oh okay, did you sack the Gramble because you wanted to bring in Ninetales? And I was thinking, yeah, it has Solar Beam, but I could just send in the Vaporeon right here, predicting the fire move, because I don't think he's gonna predict me with the Solar Beam. So yeah, my brain kind of just turned off right here, and I decided to just instinctively go for the Vaporeon. Yeah, like I went into Vaporeon because yeah, I kind of anticipated the fire move right here. Like, I didn't think he'd want to go for the Solar Beam just yet. So what I did here was actually just switch out the Vileplume and go into Vaporeon. However, unfortunately for me, I actually completely forgot that this thing could get Nasty Plot. So because of that, I actually just realized that, yeah, I think I lose this now. I try to go for Surf here because, yeah, I kind of have to. Like, it's my most powerful move, I think, even with the nerf of the sun and all that stuff. But he gets to go for another Nasty Plot, and it's right here where he's at +4, and this is where I basically just lose now because, yeah, nothing on my team appreciates this thing. I was hoping for a crit with this Surf here, but I couldn't get it, unfortunately, because you know that in Generation 8, RNG is not exactly in my favor. At least not when I wanted to. So, yeah. But yeah, he goes for the Solar Beam, and it's at +4, so now it definitely takes it out. If it was, you know, like at normal, like if it wasn't at +4, if it was just normal, I think I would have been able to take these very well. I think that's another reason, even though I just said right now that I was actually expecting the fire move, chances are that switching in Vaporeon wouldn't have been bad even if he went for the Solar Beam on prediction, because, you know, I would have been able to take it. But again, I didn't count on him having the freaking Nasty Plot for some freaking reason. And just for that one mistake alone, I think I lost this match because of it. Because if I had just stayed in while he went for the, what's it called? He would have actually either gone down to the Sludge Bomb or gotten poisoned and then get withered down eventually. And I think the only thing I would need to do is send in Slowbro, go for Trick Room again, and just finish off what was left of his team, which I think was just this Ninetales and the Vileplume, or not Vileplume, the Victory Bell. So because of that, yeah, obviously I just lost this match, annoyingly enough. This is a match that started pretty badly for me, and then I was just outplaying my opponent a decent amount midway through, and then here at this final moment of the battle, I just ended up freaking making the dumbest play ever, and as a result, I just lost this match. So again, not a very good start to this season, obviously. Like, I knew that my team was bad, obviously, but I was just kind of hoping I could make it work. I've had times where I could actually make teams work like that back in Gen 7, so I was kind of hoping if I can actually do something similar here, but so far, that hasn't really come to fruition, so it is what it is. So we lost this first week, so that sucks, obviously. I don't really got much to say about this, so if you watched this match, thank you for watching as always. Hope to catch you fellas for the other match whenever I get to it. For now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one.